You are here for a reason. You are not here by accident. God has chosen you for a purpose that only you can fulfill. But there is a test, a challenge, a voice that tries to distract you, to pull you away from the path of greatness that He has laid out for you. And right now, at this very moment, God is calling you to obedience. He is calling you to alignment with His plan. You see, the battle is often not outside of you. It is inside of you. Your mind, your desires, your impulses, they all conspire to pull you away from your destiny. God is saying, I want you fully. I want your focus. I want your heart in alignment with me. Don't disobey. This is not a suggestion. It is a command for your own good, for your success, for your life, to reach the heights it was meant to reach. Too often we treat our personal impulses lightly. We tell ourselves it's just one time, or no one will know. But let me tell you something. Your destiny is not built on one-time choices. Your destiny is built on the decisions you make when no one is watching, when the world is quiet, and it is just you and God. Every moment of obedience strengthens your character. Every moment of resistance against distraction draws you closer to your purpose. God has placed greatness inside of you. There is a light in you that cannot be dimmed, a calling that cannot be ignored, but it requires discipline. It requires saying a no to what is easy and a yes to what is eternal. This is why He calls you now, because He knows the enemy will tempt you and He wants you to be ready. He wants you to rise above the fleeting pleasures that steal your focus and instead embrace the power that comes from alignment with Him. Do not underestimate your own strength. Do not underestimate the power that God has placed within you. You were chosen for this time. You were chosen for this purpose. And when you obey, when you resist the fleeting distractions, you position yourself to receive the blessings that no one else can receive. You position yourself to walk into a life of extraordinary success, peace, and fulfillment, because God Himself is guiding your steps. Remember this, obedience is not a burden. It is a pathway. It is the bridge between your current reality and the destiny that God has for you. Every act of self-control, every refusal to compromise, every moment you choose God over temporary satisfaction, you are stepping closer to the life you were born to live. You are stepping closer to becoming the person God created you to be. So hear this clearly today. You are chosen. You are called. God wants you to rise, to stay focused, and to not disobey. The battle is real, but the victory is assured. Walk in obedience. Embrace your calling and watch as God elevates you to heights that few will ever reach. The world may not understand it now, but your life will testify to the power of saying yes to God and a no to everything that distracts you from your destiny. Stand strong. Stay disciplined. You are chosen. God wants you, and He will never lead you astray. You are not here by accident. Every breath you take, every step you make, every challenge that has brought you to this moment has been carefully orchestrated. God has a plan for your life, a purpose that is uniquely yours, a calling that no one else can fulfill. There is no one else in the world who can live your life the way you are meant to. You are chosen, and this is not something to take lightly. It is not a title or a label. It is a responsibility, a privilege, and a destiny. When God calls you, He calls you with intent, with clarity, with precision. He is not testing you for amusement. He is preparing you for greatness. Too often, we fail to recognize our own significance. We look around and compare ourselves to others, thinking that our life is ordinary, that our gifts are small, that our struggles are meaningless. But the truth is, God does not make mistakes. Every moment of your life has shaped you. Every trial has refined you, and every victory has equipped you for the purpose He has designed. The very fact that you are reading these words, that you are listening, that you have survived to this point is evidence that you were chosen. God has been preparing you for this exact season, this exact mission, and this exact calling. Being chosen is not easy. It comes with challenges because greatness is never born in comfort. When God chooses you, He does not promise that the road will be smooth. He promises that the journey will be worth it, that the struggles you face will build character, and that every step of obedience will bring you closer to your destiny. You must understand that being chosen means you have a higher standard to meet. You are being set apart, called to rise above mediocrity. and to pursue something far greater than the distractions of this world. Many people spend their lives wandering without purpose, following the opinions of others, seeking approval, chasing temporary pleasures, and never realizing that they were born for something extraordinary, but not you. God has put his mark on you. You have a calling that is specific, a mission that is divine, and a life that is meant to shine brightly in the darkness. You were chosen before the foundation of the world, long before your talents or your circumstances could define you. Your existence is not random. It is intentional. Every setback, every disappointment, every challenge has been a stepping stone toward the person you are meant to become. This is why you must embrace your calling fully. You cannot be half-hearted, half-focused, or hesitant. God wants your obedience, your dedication, your heart, and your mind fully aligned with his plan. To ignore this calling is to ignore the very reason you were brought into this world. To delay obedience is to delay the blessings, the growth, and the fulfillment that God has prepared for you. You must step into your purpose with courage, with faith, and with unwavering confidence that God has chosen you for something far beyond what you can imagine. Today is the day to recognize. Today is the moment to embrace the fact that you are chosen, that your life has meaning, and that you are being called to something extraordinary. No one else can do what you were created to do. No one else has your unique gifts, your experiences, or your heart. God has placed greatness inside of you, and it is time to rise, to step forward, and to live fully as the person you were always meant to be. Strength is not measured by what you do when everything is easy. True strength is measured by what you do when temptation comes knocking, when your desires push you toward what is fleeting and empty. God wants your obedience, and obedience requires discipline. It requires saying no to what is easy, comfortable, or pleasurable in the moment, and saying yes to what is eternal, what is purposeful, what is aligned with your destiny. Many people fail because they underestimate the power of a single choice, a single moment of weakness, a single decision that may seem small but has eternal consequences. You must understand that your impulses, your desires, and your urges are not meaningless. They are tests. And how you respond to these tests will determine whether you step into your calling or remain trapped in mediocrity. Do not deceive yourself into thinking that giving in to temporary pleasures is harmless. It may feel good in the moment, but it steals your focus, it drains your energy, and it weakens your resolve. Every time you choose the easy path over the path God has set before you, you delay your growth, you delay your blessings, and you delay the life that was meant for you. God is calling you to rise above that. He is calling you to live with discipline, to live with purpose, and to live in a way that honors the calling He has placed on your life. Obedience is not just about following rules. It is about aligning your life with the power, wisdom, and plan of God. The battle for obedience is not always external. It is often internal. Your mind whispers, "It's just this once," or "No one will know." But God is saying, your destiny is not built on one-time choices. It is built on consistent decisions when no one is watching. Every moment of resistance strengthens your character. Every time you refuse to compromise, you are stepping into the person you were meant to become. Discipline is the bridge between your current life and your divine purpose. It is the force that transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities. Many people fail to realize that obedience is a form of power. When you master yourself, when you control your impulses, when you choose God's plan over your temporary desires, you become unstoppable. You gain clarity, focus, and strength that no one else can take away. You begin to see life differently. You see opportunities where others see obstacles. You see purpose where others see chaos. And you see potential where others see limitations. Obedience unlocks a life that is filled with blessings, fulfillment, and success far beyond what you can imagine. God does not call the unprepared. He calls the willing, and obedience is the key to being ready. It is not a burden. It is a privilege. It is the evidence that you are serious about your calling, serious about your purpose, and serious about becoming the person God has designed you to be. Every act of self-control, every refusal to give in to distraction, every choice to stay aligned with God strengthens you, equips you, and prepares you for the greatness that awaits. Remember, the path of obedience is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Every temptation you resist, every fleeting desire you deny, brings you closer to the life you were created to live. You are stronger than your impulses, more capable than your weaknesses, and more powerful than the distractions around you. Stand firm, stay disciplined. Say yes to God and no to what pulls you away from your destiny. The victory is already yours if you choose obedience today. The real battles in life are not always fought in the world around you. They are fought within you. The thoughts you think, the desires you feel, the fears you hold, they all influence the trajectory of your life. Your destiny is shaped by how you respond when no one is watching, when the world is quiet, and it is just you and God. Many people underestimate the power of the inner life. They look at external circumstances, the obstacles, the people, the opportunities, and think that is what determines success. But the truth is, your inner decisions, your discipline, and your alignment with God's will are what determine whether you rise or fall. Every struggle you face is designed to test your faith, your strength, and your character. Every moment of doubt, fear, or temptation is a chance to demonstrate that you are willing to stand firm, even when it is difficult. The choices you make in private shape your public victories. The integrity you maintain in hidden moments becomes the foundation upon which your life's purpose is built. God watches these moments not to condemn you, but to see if you are ready to be trusted with greater responsibility, greater power, and greater purpose. It is easy to be courageous when everyone is watching. It is easy to do what is right when the path is clear and applauded. But true courage, true greatness comes from what you do when it is unseen, when it is uncomfortable, when the world does not notice. These are the moments that define destiny. These are the moments that separate those who achieve their God-given potential from those who settle for ordinary lives. Your inner discipline, your self-control, your determination to follow God's plan in private sets the stage for public success. Too often, people are deceived by temporary victories and external accomplishments. They think success is about recognition, applause, or material gain. But real success is about alignment with God's purpose. It is about responding to the challenges of life with obedience, integrity, and faith, regardless of how others perceive you. Your destiny is not determined by luck, timing, or chance. It is determined by how you manage your thoughts, control your desires, and respond to every internal test. The power to rise above mediocrity lies within you, and it is activated when you choose to be faithful in the unseen moments. Understand this. Every temptation resisted, every distraction ignored, every moment you choose obedience over indulgence strengthens you. It builds your character. It sharpens your focus. It prepares you to receive the blessings God has stored for you. Your inner battles are not a punishment. They are preparation. They are the training ground for your future victories. They are the evidence that God trusts you with the next season of your life. You must never underestimate the significance of your internal decisions. A single choice made on faith, courage, or discipline can change the trajectory of your life. Likewise, a single moment of weakness or surrender can delay your destiny. The battle within is not optional. It is essential. It is essential. It is where your character is forged, your focus is strengthened, and your purpose is clarified. Today, make the decision to fight the battles inside of you, to master your thoughts, control your desires, and align your heart with God's calling. Do not let fleeting impulses, doubts, or distractions dictate your life. Your destiny is too important. Your purpose is too significant. Stand firm in the quiet moments. Trust in God's plan, and know that every inner victory brings you closer to the extraordinary life you were created to live. Your public triumphs will follow the private battles you win today. Discipline is not a punishment. It is a gateway. It is the bridge between the life you have now and the extraordinary life God has prepared for you. Many people misunderstand discipline. They see it as restriction, as limitation, as a burden to endure. But true discipline is the most powerful tool for unlocking your potential. It is the mechanism through which God molds your character, strengthens your resolve, and positions you to receive the blessings He has promised. Every moment you choose self-control, every time you deny temporary pleasure for eternal gain, you are investing in your destiny. You are sowing seeds that will grow into victories beyond your imagination. The world teaches shortcuts. It teaches that instant gratification is the path to happiness, that desires must be indulged, and that comfort is the ultimate goal. But God's plan operates on a higher level. He does not call you to comfort. He calls you to greatness. He does not promise the easy path. He promises the right path. And the right path often requires discipline, consistency, and sacrifice. You may not feel its value now, but every act of obedience, every choice to resist distraction, every refusal to compromise is building the life that God has envisioned for you. It is important to understand that discipline is not just about controlling your actions. It is about mastering your mindset. The way you think, the way you respond to challenges, and the way you focus your energy shapes your reality. You cannot achieve the extraordinary with ordinary habits, ordinary thoughts, or ordinary effort. Discipline aligns your mind, your body, and your spirit with God's purpose. It turns intentions into actions and actions and actions into results. Without it, even the most talented, gifted, or capable individuals fall short of their potential. But with it, you become unstoppable. Every time you resist temptation, every time you push through resistance, every time you choose the higher path, you are stepping closer to your destiny. Discipline creates consistency, and consistency creates progress. It turns small, seemingly insignificant choices into a momentum that propels you forward. Think about it. The victories you desire will not come from a single moment of inspiration. They come from repeated acts of obedience, from a lifetime of consistent discipline. This is why God emphasizes it so strongly. He is shaping you to be strong, resilient, and capable of handling the responsibilities that come with your calling. Do not let frustration or impatience blind you. The process may feel slow. It may feel tedious. But every step, every effort, every act of self-control is transforming you. It is molding your character and preparing you to step into a life of extraordinary fulfillment. The blessings God has stored for you are proportional to the discipline you demonstrate now. The greater your willingness to submit to His guidance, the greater the heights you will reach. Remember, discipline is not just for the present. It is an investment in your future. Every act of self-control today ensures that you are ready to handle the opportunities, responsibilities, and successes of tomorrow. You are not building a temporary life. You are building a life of eternal significance, and God wants you to understand that the choices you make now matter. The victories you achieve, the purpose you fulfill, and the life you live tomorrow depend on the discipline you embrace today. Stand firm. Commit to consistency. Embrace self-control as a tool, not a restriction. Align every thought, action, and decision with God's plan. Every moment you choose discipline, you step closer to the extraordinary life you were chosen to live. You are being prepared, strengthened, and elevated for a purpose that only you can fulfill. The power of discipline is the key. Use it wisely, and your destiny will be unstoppable. Obedience is often misunderstood. Many see it as limitation, as giving up control, or as submitting to rules set by someone else. But true obedience is the most powerful act of empowerment you can ever perform. When you align your actions with God's will, you step into a flow of purpose and power that cannot be stopped. Obedience is not a burden, it is a bridge between who you are now and the extraordinary person God has created you to be. It is the pathway that connects your present choices to your future blessings. Every act of obedience, no matter how small, moves you closer to the life that you were designed to live. The world tells us that freedom comes from doing what we want when we want it. But God's wisdom teaches the opposite. True freedom is found in alignment, in choosing the right path over the easy path, in saying no to fleeting desires in order to say yes to a greater purpose. Every act of obedience is an exercise of this freedom. When you submit your will to God's guidance, you are not losing power. You are gaining it. You are gaining clarity, focus, and direction. You are stepping into a rhythm that cannot be disrupted by circumstances or distractions. Obedience also builds trust. God trusts you with the little things so that you can be trusted with greater things. Every choice you make in alignment with His plan strengthens your character and prepares you for responsibility. Conversely, when you ignore guidance, when you act on impulse or convenience, you weaken your connection to your destiny. The life you were meant to live requires faithfulness, consistency, and integrity. Obedience is the proof that you are ready to handle what God has prepared for you. It is the evidence that you are serious about your calling, serious about your purpose, and serious about the life you were born to lead. Do not be deceived by the ease of the world's temptations. They may seem harmless, they may seem insignificant, but even small compromises slowly pull you away from your destiny. Every time you choose to obey instead of giving in, you are reinforcing your alignment with God's plan. You are creating momentum in your life that propels you forward, opening doors that would otherwise remain closed, and attracting blessings that cannot be earned through shortcuts or convenience. Obedience is a magnet for divine favor, a channel through which miracles flow, and a foundation upon which greatness is built. The path of obedience is not always easy. There will be moments of discomfort, moments when following God's guidance conflicts with your immediate desires, and moments when the world seems to offer easier, more appealing alternatives. But these are the very moments that define your destiny. They test your faith, strengthen your resolve, and shape your character. Every act of obedience in these moments is a step toward the extraordinary life God has envisioned for you. You are being prepared for opportunities, responsibilities, and blessings that only come to those who are faithful, consistent, and unwavering in their commitment. Understand this. Your life is a testimony of the choices you make. Your legacy, your influence, and your impact are determined by how faithfully you follow God's guidance in every area of your life. Obedience transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary testimonies. It elevates the mundane into purpose. It turns challenges into triumphs and trials into training for greater victories. Today, make the decision to embrace obedience fully. Align your thoughts, your words, and your actions with God's will. Trust that every step you take in faith, every choice made in alignment, every act of discipline and self-control is moving you closer to the life you were created to live. Obedience is not limitation, it is liberation. It is not restriction, it is empowerment. Walk this path and you will discover the extraordinary blessings, fulfillment, and purpose that God has been preparing for you all along. Victory is not just a possibility. It is a promise. When you commit to walking in obedience, staying focused, and aligning your life with God's calling, victory becomes inevitable. Life will test you, it will challenge you, and it will attempt to pull you off course, but your success is assured if you remain steadfast. Many people give up too soon. They allow doubt, fear, and distraction to dictate their path. They settle for mediocrity because they fail to recognize that every trial is a stepping stone, every obstacle is a lesson, and every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen their faith and resolve. But you are called to rise above, to persevere, and to claim the victory that God has already set aside for you. You must understand that victory begins in the heart. It begins with belief. It begins with faith that God has chosen you, that He has a plan for you, and that no force can prevent you from fulfilling your destiny. This faith fuels resilience. It empowers you to push through difficulties when the world says it is impossible. It gives you courage when fear tries to paralyze you. It provides clarity when confusion surrounds you. Victory is not simply reaching a destination. It is the strength to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult, even when the path is unclear, and even when others doubt your potential. Obstacles are part of the journey. They are not punishments. They are tests of character, opportunities for growth, and stepping stones to greatness. Every time you resist temptation, every time you refuse to compromise your values, every time you choose the higher path, you are building momentum. You are strengthening your spirit, sharpening your focus, and aligning yourself with the life that God has prepared for you. These moments of struggle are not setbacks. They are setups for triumph. The victory that awaits you is proportional to the faithfulness, perseverance, and obedience you demonstrate today. Do not allow temporary failures or setbacks to discourage you. They are not the end. They are lessons. They are reminders that God's timing is perfect, that your growth is necessary, and that every step you take in obedience brings you closer to the extraordinary life you were meant to live. Victory is not always instant. It is a process, a journey of consistency, faith, and determination. Every act of discipline, every choice to stay aligned with God's will, and every moment of resisting distractions compounds over time to produce results that are nothing short of miraculous. You are chosen, you are called, and you are equipped. The power to overcome lies within you, and the guidance of God ensures that you will not walk alone. When you trust, obey, and remain focused, you position yourself for breakthroughs that others may never experience. Your life becomes a testimony of divine favor, a beacon of hope, and an example of what it means to live in alignment with God's calling. Victory is your inheritance. It is not optional, and it is not dependent on circumstances. It is guaranteed when you walk faithfully in the path He has set before you. Remember, the greatest triumphs are often preceded by the hardest battles. The strength, resilience, and wisdom you gain through trials prepare you for the responsibilities and opportunities that await. Do not shrink back. Do not compromise. Do not settle for less than what God has destined for you. Stand firm, stay disciplined, and trust in the process. The victory is assured, the calling is clear, and the life you were born to live is waiting for you. Today, embrace your destiny with confidence. Trust in God's guidance, remain steadfast in your obedience, and walk boldly into the victories that are already yours. Nothing can stop you when you are aligned with His plan. Your triumph is inevitable, and your life will testify to the power of faith, focus, and obedience. The path is set, the call is clear, and the victory is assured.